forward, let me put a little bit of context of today's session. Tourism provides, as you know, livelihoods for millions of people. Over the decades, tourism has experienced continued growth and deepened diversification to become one of the fastest growing economic sectors around the world and the key driver for socio-economic progress, while contributing successfully for the implementation of the Agenda 2030 and the Sustainable Development Goals. Before COVID-19 pandemic, in 2019, the second recorded 1.4 billion international tourist arrivals and was the third largest export category behind only fuels and chemicals, representing an astonishing number, $1.7 trillion in exports and 3.5 trillion in direct tourism GDP around the world. And then 2020 happened and COVID came and the world has stopped, the tourism has stopped. And tourism FDI was one of the sectors hit hardest by the economic pandemic. The crisis has made it clear that sustainable tourism requires sustainable investments, as Mr. Zahn highlighted, at the center of new and innovative solutions, and not just of traditional investments that promote and underpin economic growth and productivity. The new reality, which is also the title of AIM this year, created by this unprecedented crisis, requires a tourism investment paradigm shift, as there is a growing consensus among tourism stakeholders as how the future resilience of the sector will depend on the sector's ability to balance the needs between people, planet, and prosperity. Just a fresh number which came out really from UNWTO's press release 2 hours ago, and I'm really happy to read it out loud for you. We say that the overall international arrivals reached 80% of pre-pandemic levels in the first quarter of 2023. An estimated 235 million tourists traveled internationally in the first 3 months, more than double than the same period of 2020. And the special reference to our colleagues from the Middle East, that Middle East saw the strongest performance. It's the only region in the world exceeded already 2019 arrivals, plus 15%, thanks to UEA, thanks to Saudi Arabia, Oman, and many other countries of the region, followed by Europe, Africa, America, and of course, we know that Asia and Pacific, it's followed suit due to travel restrictions later. So in this context, I'm really happy to call upon our regional director for innovation, education and investments, our director of this department, to deliver her keynote speech via a video message. The video message, please.
It's my pleasure to be here today promoting tourism investments. And I would like to thank especially to our AIM colleagues, because it's the first time where tourism has a special side event to promote the most human economic sector. As a starting point, I have to say that we have signed an agreement between the annual investment meeting and the UNWTO in order to promote sustainable tourism and, of course, to promote investments as part of the core priorities of the two organizations. And I cannot say something different rather than promoting UAE today. When you see the data, you can analyze how strong the country is when it comes to tourism investments. We have to congratulate pretty well the country, because when you are talking about investments, confidence and trust are really key in order to understand how infrastructure development, investing in people, and of course investing in prosperity is part of these kind of ventures. So the UAE has been developing tourism not only as an example for the region, but also as an example for the world. Tourism has allocated more than $40 billion to the economy of the UAE. And when it comes to foreign direct investment, UAE is really a strong model to analyze and to evaluate and, of course, to follow. Why? As you can see, when it comes to foreign direct investment flows, UAE is first in the ranking when it comes to the MENA region, and when it comes to the worldwide, it's 7th in the ranking. So we can say that there's a strong commitment from the government in order to bring security, to bring law stability, and of course to bring international incentives, to bring grants that can be allocated there, not only to create hotels, but also to create new experiences in the country. I have to say that, of course, one of the most amazing data that I have seen when it comes to foreign direct investment in the country is that thanks to the power and the confidence of the government, the UAE has allocated more than, or created more than 45,000 new jobs in tourism. Second of all, $20 billion have been invested in the last years, and more than 200 projects when it comes to tourism infrastructure. That's brilliant and that's huge. The thematic of this year, of the World Tourism Day, will be focused on green investments, and we are working in the UNWTO to redefine the investments framework, because we really believe that when we talk about investments, it's not only about giving tax incentives, it's not only about giving economic incentives. Investments has to create a 360 methodology and a 360 framework where investing in people is really important, investing in talent, investing in education. Remember that 50% of youth working in tourism only have secondary skills. So if we want to be sustainable in the time, if we want to have an added value tourism sector, investing in people is crucial, is mandatory, is a must, if we want really to lead by example and being compared with the best added value economic sectors. Second of all, invest in prosperity. We need to invest on innovation. We need to invest on startups. We need to create a common framework to promote digital nomads, to promote youth empowerment through the creation of new ventures, to create regulations that can help those startups to grow. It's not only about creating startups, it's about scaling them up, and I can see that as well. The UAE has been doing an amazing job. It's really an example on how you can bring international talent to create their ventures in a different country, and of course to expand businesses and to expand opportunities. And last but not least, of course, invest in planet, that is, invest in everything that is focused on sustainability. More than ever, the countries need to update their own regulations. I don't know if you know, but only 10 countries in the world have updated their tourism, and sustainability, public policies and regulations. So it's really key, if we are talking about sustainability or green investments today, to really come from the speech to the action and to create new regulations where the private equity firms, the investors, the infrastructure firms, business angels, among others, they can see, they can follow, they can improve the way they invest with different regulations that are clear, that that can give security to the investors, and the most important thing, that bring confidence and that pay back all the investments that the private sector have been doing for good, and that makes really the difference between a normal investment, a traditional investment, and the green and sustainable investments that the private sector is trying to develop. So finally, I just want to give here a warm welcome to all of you to this side event, and of course I would like to invite you to follow all the UNWTO networks when it comes to investment, education and innovation promotion, because they are key if we want a more added value sector that can bring added value jobs and that can be really careful with the talent and the job improvement that the sector is trying to do with all, not only the youth, but also the people that are working in these economic sectors. So I would like to give you a warm welcome, to wish you all the best during this side session, and of course, again, remember that the key to bring investments is related to trust, is related to confidence, and is related to update the regulations in order to help the entrepreneurs and the private sector to make it better, and those that are doing better or that are seeking for sustainable social impact and changing the governing models for good have the price that are tax incentives and new and stable regulations for all. Thank you so much.